just sat there. I didn't care. I'm tired. I'm going home.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Real Talk and Root with Nikki Gold. First and foremost, I would like to say Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to 2025. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind after watching Young, Famous and African season 3. If you have followed the show, you know that Annie Idibia character has been a very controversial one with her action, often drawing criticism. I will admit that back in season 1, if you've been following my channel, that I reviewed the show with my friend Blessing Insight. I wasn't really a fan of Annie's character either, and her behavior made me very uncomfortable, and I really did not hold back in my critique. But this time around, after watching season 3, I still had mixed feeling with some of her actions. But then I went on social media and I saw a lot of negative comments about her on social media, and I just had to pause and reflect. It is easy to sit behind a computer and judge someone's action, but have we ever stopped to consider what battle that this person may be fighting? Listen, caveat, this video isn't about excusing anyone's behavior or bad character. I'm not trying to justify our actions. I'm just trying to open up a conversation about mental health, especially in the context of Annie's story and how trauma might be influencing our behavior. So before we dive into Annie's journey, let's talk about something important. In many parts of Nigeria and across Africa, conversation about mental health are still considered taboo. It is not something that we talk about. Like, we don't talk about it openly. Things like you're going for therapy, you're admitting to emotional struggle. Like, we see it as signs of weakness rather than strength. And this stigma make it very hard for people to open up even when they are clearly struggling. It's no wonder Annie admitted to feeling alone during difficult times. In season 3, she revealed that she had a miscarriage and that she didn't share with anyone. Imagine going through something so heartbreaking and feeling like you have to carry it all alone on your own. It's okay to talk about these things. It's okay not to be okay. You understand? It's okay to admit that we are struggling. It's okay to create space where people can come together, feel safe, to share their pain without judgment. You understand? So, Annie Idibia's life looks glamorous from the outside. She's married to the music icon Two-Face. She has beautiful children. She's living in the spotlight, but beneath the surface, she faces emotional challenges that many of us may not fully understand. Especially, we've read a lot of things about her on social media. Really don't really know her story. Annie is still the expert in her story. Young, Famous and Africa season 3, we see Annie navigating insecurity, paranoia and emotional outbursts. She often overreact to feedback, get defensive during conflict, and struggle with feeling safe in a relationship. Look at her heated argument with Zari and a constant need for validation. These are like signs of deeper struggles. This behavior make me question, could this be the result of an unresolved trauma? Could our experience, both past and present, be taking a toll on our mental health? You see, trauma has a way of lingering. It shapes how we respond to the world around us. Trauma isn't just something that is an emotional pain. It's psychological and physiological. It leaves an imprint that can manifest as anxiety, depression, or the inability to trust people. Life lessons can leave anyone feeling emotionally vulnerable and easily triggered. Our actions on the show might not just be drama. They could be a way of trying to navigate the weight of all these unresolved issues.
I've heard that you said about you. You understand?
The mere mention of Annie's husband or her husband triggers Annie. She immediately goes into defense mode. It gets to a point such person can't regulate their emotion anymore as it gets too overwhelming. So they resort to violence or aggression. as a survival response. Such person fight or flight response is triggered in order to escape a perceived threat. Now, there is no way that you want to talk about trauma without talking about safety, because that's the first way to a trauma informed way of dealing with people who are actually going through trauma. Safety is more than the absence of physical threat. For Annie, does she feel safe with the people on the show? Do they provide reassurance and support? Or do they amplify her insecurity? There is no event without drama and gossip. For someone who has experienced such emotional scar, that's like putting yourself in the midst of wolf, because like it can be too overstimulating. I don't know if you guys are understanding me. These struggles are not unique to Annie alone. Many people deal with trauma in silence because they fear what others will say. Now let's talk about social media for a moment. It is easy to judge someone from behind the screen. We see snippets of their lives and we quickly form our opinion. But the truth is, we don't know the whole story. We don't know the full story. The comment I have seen about Annie on social media, TikTok especially, God, harsh. While it is okay to hold people accountable, I am not justifying bad behavior here. We also need to be careful with our words. Words can hurt, and we don't know the battle someone is fighting behind closed doors. Mental health struggles are real and they don't always look the way we expect. I implore us to be kinder. Let's think before we comment. Instead of tearing people down, we should offer empathy and understanding. Annie's journey reminds us that everyone is dealing with something, even when it is not visible. To each his own, or how do they say it? So please, let's be kinder with our words. How do we support someone like Annie or anyone struggling with their mental health? First, let's normalize their feeling. Let them know that it is okay to feel the way they do. Let's encourage safe space. Let's be patient. Healing takes time and change doesn't happen overnight. Be kind. Whether online or in person, your words have power. Use them wisely. Annie Idibia's story is a reminder of how important it is to talk about mental health and support one another. Let's break the stigma and make these conversations normal, especially in culture where it is still considered a taboo. Everyone can react to trauma the same way. Everyone have their own battles. And this highlights the importance of kindness, empathy, and creating safe space for healing. Before we judge someone, let's take a step back. Let's be nicer with our comments, both online and offline. Remember, everyone is fighting a battle you can see. Thank you for joining me on Real Talk and Root with Nikki Gold, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversation on real issues. Until the next time, take care of yourself and everyone around you. Bye.
She went through this. Babes, I'm going through the most.